Hello dear students, welcome to Konar classes. In this class we are going to discuss solution to two questions on binomial theorem, and here is the first question which I already wrote in the board, is that the sum of the coefficients of the first three terms, okay, the first three terms in the expansion of x minus 3 by x square power m, where x is not equal to 0 and m being a natural number is 559. Okay, so let us first find the first three terms. So if we look into it, dear students, that x minus 3 by x square power m, and if we expand, the first term will be what? mc0 into x to the power m minus 0 into minus 3 by x square power 0 plus the second term mc1 into x to the power m minus 1 into minus 3 by x square power 1 plus the third term will be mc2 into x to the power m minus 2 into minus 3 by x square power 2, and after that it will continue. Okay, and we are not interested to find the terms beyond the third terms. Why? Because according to the question, the sum of the coefficients of the first three terms. Now what we are interested, dear students, to find the coefficients. So these are the terms, but what are the coefficients? Coefficients means the power x or power of x is multiplied with what? That is known as the coefficients. So let us expand it. So this is equal to mc0. We know the value of mc0 is equal to 1. So it is, we are getting 1 into x to the power m minus 0 means x to the power m, and minus 3 by x square power 0, that is equal to 1. So we get 1 into x to the power m. Then the next term, that mc1, we know the value of mc1 is m. So we can write here it is equal to m into x to the power m minus 1, okay, into minus 3 by x square. So minus 3 by x square, so minus 3 power 1. Minus 3 power 1 means minus 3. So we can write here, instead of, if after removing that plus sign, so we can write minus 3m, okay, or we can write in this way, that plus of minus 3m, okay, into x to the power minus 2 into x to the power minus 2, correct, plus mc2. So mc2, let me write it down, that mc2, or we can expand mc2 also here if we wish. So it will be factorial m divided by factorial 2 into factorial m minus 2 into x to the power m minus 2 into minus 3 by x square whole square. So that means minus 3 whole square. Minus 3 whole square is 9. So we can write it here, that plus 9 into this into x to the power, so 1 by x square power square, that means 1 by x to the power 4, that means x to the power minus 4. So that means x to the power minus 4. So what we get, dear students, here, so this is equal to 1 into x square plus minus 3m into x to the power m minus 3, because m minus 1 minus 2, plus 9 into factorial m, we can write m into m minus 1 into factorial m minus 2, okay, divided by 2 factorial is 2 into m minus 2 factorial into x to the power m minus 6. So that means here we get that factorial m minus 2 factorial m minus 2 got cancelled. So what we get it here, dear students, so we get 9m into m minus 1 by 2. Okay, so we can write once more here. So in the simplified one, 1 into x square plus minus 3m into x to the power m minus 3 and plus 9m into m minus 1 divided by 2 into x to the power m minus 6. Now dear students, what I would like to show you, what are the coefficients, the sum of the coefficients of the first three terms. In the first term, the coefficient is 1. In the second term, the coefficient is minus 3m. And in the third term, the coefficient is 9m into m minus 1 by 2. So what I have encircled in the green color marker is that 1 minus 3m plus 9m into m minus 1 by 2 is equal to 559. Correct? So what we get, dear students? So we get is that according to the question, what we get is that, so I can write it here in this place. Okay. So what we get here is that 1 minus 3m plus 9m into m minus 1 divided by 2 is equal to 559. Okay. Now if you see, dear students, this is a quadratic equation in m. So from here we can find the value of m. Once we get the value of m, then we can find that which one is the term in the expansion containing x power 3. Now to find the term containing x power 3, one small thing what I can write it here, dear students, is that what is the r plus 1th term in this expansion, tr plus 1, that is equal to mcr into x to the power m minus r into minus 3 by x square, okay, into r. So if we simplify this thing, that is equal to minus 3 power r, we can bring it here, minus 3 power r into mcr into x to the power m minus r, and here in the denominator x to the power 2r. So finally we will get x to the power m minus 3r. So all we need to do, dear students, is that once we find the value of m from here, okay, so we need to find that which term will be the containing x power 3. Okay, so that we can find it out accordingly. So for once we find the value of m, we can adjust that what will be the value of r, that will come after few minutes. Okay, now let us first find the value of m here. So this is a quadratic equation. So what we can write here, dear students, so this implies m minus 12 into 3m plus 31 is equal to 0. This implies either m equal to 12, means m minus 12 equal to 0 means either m equal to 12, or we can say 3m plus 31 equal to 0. That means m equal to minus 31 by 3. M equal to minus 31 by 3. But dear students, according to the question, it is mentioned that m being a natural number. So if m is a natural number, so m cannot be minus 31 by 3 because that is not a natural number. So what we can say is that the value of this value of m is not acceptable. So the value of m what we can accept is that m is equal to 12. Okay, so this is the acceptable value. Once we get that value, dear students, so what we can do, so we can write here the value of m is equal to 12. So what we get, once we write the value of m is equal to 12, we find the value of tr plus 1 is equal to minus 3 power r into mcr, that is 12cr into x to the power 12 minus 3r. Okay, x to the power 12 minus 3r. Now let's look into the question. Find the term of the expansion containing x power 3. That means, dear students, what? That means that this value has to be 3. x power 12 minus 3r, x power 12 minus 3r, that 12 minus 3r has to be 3. So take 12 minus 3r, 12 minus 3r is equal to 3, that gives, 3r is equal to 9. So that implies r is equal to 3. Correct, dear students? So what we get? The value of r is equal to 3. That means it is the fourth term in the expansion of x minus 3 by x square power 12, because m is equal to 12, which is having the term containing x power 3. So all you need to do, dear students, is that we should write that t 3 plus 1. T 3 plus 1, it is 3 power 3 into 12c3 into x to the power 12 minus 3 into 3, that is become x to the power 3. So all you need to do is to find the value of minus 3 to the power 3 into 12c3. So if we get it here, so this implies that t4 is equal to minus 3 power 3. So that is equal to 3 into 3 into 3. So let me write it down into 12c3, that means factorial 12 divided by factorial 3 into factorial 12 minus 3, that is factorial 9 into x to the power 3. So that we can write this is equal to minus, here we can write 3 into 3 into 3 into factorial 12 is 12 into 11 into 10 into factorial 9 divided by 3 into 2 into factorial 9 into, here we get, x to the power 3. So the factorial 9 got cancelled, 3 and 3 got cancelled, these 2 and 6 got cancelled, okay, this 2 and 12 got cancelled, you get 6. So what is the value we are getting? Minus 3 into 3 into 6 into 11 into 10 into x to the power 3. Okay, so what we get it here, dear students? So if we make 3 into 3 is 9, 9 into 6, 54. So minus 54 into 11 into 10 into x to the power 3. So now let me give you a quick technique to compute the value of 54 into 11. Okay, 54 into 11, what we should write, dear students? So that you can write minus, you write 5 and 4 in the two extreme part and add 5 and 4 and put it in the middle. So 54 into 11 is 594 into 10 x cube. So that is equal to minus 5940 into x cube, and that is the desired answer. So I just say you a quick thing that how you can multiply a number with 11 and get the result quickly. Suppose you need to make 62 into 11. Okay, so what you can do, you can write 6 and 2 in the extreme step, to end, and add 6 and 2, you get 8. So 682. Suppose you want to make 35 into 11. So what we get, you write 3 and 5 at the two ends and add 3 and 5, 8. So this is a shortcut technique. So similarly here we have done 54 into 11, we wrote 5 and 4 in the two ends, and in between we add 5 and 4 place there, that is 9. So this is the answer to the question, dear students, that minus 5940 into x to the power 3. I hope you got a very clear understanding, and now let me proceed to the next question. Okay, dear students, so here is the second question. If the coefficients of r minus 5th and 2r minus 1th term in the expansion of 1 plus x power 34 are equal, we need to find the value of r. Okay, so dear students, so first let's see what is the expansion of 1 plus x power 34. If you recall that 1 plus x power n, what is the expansion, dear students? It is nc0 plus nc1 into x to the power 1 actually, plus nc2 into x square plus nc3 into x cube In that way, you will find the r plus 1th term as ncr into x to the power r, and again it will continue and we will get the n plus 1th term, that is the last term, as ncn into x to the power n, correct? Now in context to our question, it is n is equal to 34, correct? So what we are interested to find the r minus 5th term and 2r minus 2th term. If you recall, dear students, that generally we describe the general term as r plus 1th term. So what is t r plus 1? That is equal to ncr. In our case, n is equal to 34. So that means 34 cr into x to the power r, correct? That is the r plus 1th term. Now according to the question, that r minus 5th term we need to find it out. So that means we need to find t r minus 5. Dear students, so we need to express this r minus 5 in the form of something plus 1. So that we can write t r minus 6, we can write plus 1. So that we can write is equal to 34 c r minus 6 into x to the power r minus 6, correct? In the similar manner, we need to find the 2r minus 1th term. So that means t 2r minus 1. That we need to write 2r minus as something plus 1. So how we can write that down? So we can write t 2r minus 2 plus 1. So that should be equal to 34 c 2r minus 2 into x to the power 2r minus 2, correct? Now according to the question, the coefficients in the term r minus 5 term and 2r minus 1th term are equal. That means these are the coefficients. So this is equal to this value is equal to this value, and from this relationship we need to find the value of r. So what we get, dear students, that 34 c r minus 6 is equal to 34 c 2r minus 2. Okay, from this relationship we need to find the value of r. Now dear students, I am going to tell you the formula what we have learned during permutation and combination days. What is that? If you recall, NCA is equal to NCB, then what you can conclude? You can conclude either A equal to B, or you can conclude that A plus B is equal to N, correct? And we need to leverage this formula. And if we see this thing, dear students, so what we are going to get? Here we also see that 34c r minus 6 is equal to 34c 2r minus 2. So what we can conclude? We can conclude either r minus 6 is equal to 2r minus 2, or we can conclude that r minus 6 plus 2r minus 2 is equal to 34. Now let's take this one. So what r minus 6 is equal to 2r minus 2 is going to give us r is equal to minus 4. Okay, and r minus 6 plus 2r minus 2 is equal to 34 gives us 3r is equal to 6 plus 2 is 8, is 42. So from here we get the value of r is equal to 14. Correct, dear students? So now r equal to minus 4 is not an acceptable value, na? It is not an acceptable value for obvious reason. Because how come it is possible the negative value minus 5 means if we take r equal to minus 4, then it becomes minus 4 minus 5, minus 9th term. Impossible. So the acceptable value what we get, dear students, is r equal to 14. And we are done with this question. So with this note, dear students, let me conclude the class here. Okay. So with this I complete the fundamental understanding of binomial theorem. After few weeks we will discuss some advanced concepts of binomial theorem, and similarly I will keep posted my videos. So do write to me that how you find all these videos, provide your comments, suggest the improvements, and we will see with a new video soon. Thank you very much. Bye.